we all have to, take care of each other right now.
Growing worries for Hoosiers who receive federal food benefits comes growing outreach from people who are determined to help. Thanks for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock. The government is at a standstill in the throes of the longest shutdown on record. And now the Indiana Family and Social Services Administration confirms to 13 News SNAP dollars bookmarked for people here in Indiana are delayed at least 1 week. The Trump administration tonight is using a contingency fund to partially fund SNAP across our country. But because of that, the state has to recalculate what each household receives. That takes time and intensifies uncertainties. We've been seeing many examples of people helping put food on the table for Hoosiers in need. Our Logan Gay tonight shows us a nonprofit working with local businesses to create a network, funneling food to the organizations busy doing this critical work.
It took Aaron Eds and her longtime friend, Juliana Childs, just 2 weeks to launch their nonprofit, Full Hands Out. The Community Pantry Project gives people an easy way to be generous by placing food donation bins inside local businesses in Indianapolis, Carmel, Fishers, and Zionsville, including this one at the local Radish. They're also collecting money for gift cards. Everything goes to food pantries and service centers, helping Hoosiers while SNAP benefits remain frozen.
Because they've already proven the model, I'm not trying to start a food pantry. I'm not trying to start reinventing what they're already doing successfully. I just thought that I could contribute my time and my efforts in a meaningful way.
A way focused on removing the stigma surrounding SNAP benefits and instead providing grace and dignity for the person in need of help. For her, this work is personal. She knows how it feels to have a job and still struggle to put food on the table.
There was a time not crazy long ago when I owned a business that had a pretty public face. And I had a 5-year-old with autism who had a lot of therapies and medicines that weren't covered by insurance. And we depended on federal and state funds to make our ends meet.
With help from the community, they've collected more than 1,000 pounds of food. And now they've launched a new community pantry right off the Monon Trail on 16th Street. They set it up on Tuesday, and Aaron has already refilled it 4 times.
I tried to make sure we have things for people that may be unhoused and just walking by, that they can get a water, they can get an apple. We tried to make a lot of things easy to prepare without a bunch of ingredients.
As the holidays approach, she says Hoosiers can't look away.
It's too important right now to just sit by and hope somebody fixes it for me.
You can find information about how to get involved on our website, WTHR.com. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.
And we're also seeing this government shutdown impacting air travel across the country. The Federal Aviation Administration just announced plans to reduce air traffic by 10% in 40 high-volume markets. Now, the FAA administrator says he will release the list of those markets tomorrow. That flight reduction is expected to take effect on Friday morning. Air traffic controllers have been working unpaid since this government shutdown began on October 1st. Angela?
Scott, our high today, 70, temperatures now in the 40s, and this 24-hour temperature change map really tells the story. We're down almost 20 degrees in Crawfordsville from this time yesterday, down 16 in Lafayette and Monticello, and this colder air will continue to move from north to south. In the 40s now for most of us, expecting low temperatures in the 30s, 32 in Richmond, 33 Shelbyville and Columbus, and 32 degrees in Lafayette. So heavy coat weather early tomorrow morning, and I'd say a jacket or a sweatshirt even into the afternoon. Instead of close to 70, we're going to be close to 60 for a high tomorrow, and looking ahead to a rain chance on Friday.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. Federal investigators tonight shedding new light on the moments before, during, and after yesterday's deadly crash of that UPS cargo plane in Louisville. Tonight, they're confirming at least a dozen people are dead, among them a young child. That number is expected to rise as crews search for the missing. Tonight, we've learned the plane's left wing caught fire and its engine fell off just after takeoff. That led to this massive fire that spread to nearby businesses in Louisville. 3 people were on board. That airplane was en route to Honolulu from the UPS Worldport at Louisville International Airport.
The impact and intensity of the wreckage, of the charred wreckage, is unlike anything I've ever seen before, and certainly nothing that I ever want to see again. The vast size of the debris field where the plane crashed in flames is completely heartbreaking.
Investigators did recover the cockpit voice recorder and data recorder. They discovered the engine on the airfield. This is an expansive scene. The UPS hub in Louisville employs more than 20,000 people and sorts more than 400,000 packages an hour. The governor of Kentucky says the Team Kentucky Emergency Relief Fund is now accepting donations to help with funeral and other expenses. A warning tonight from IU police about a rise in sexual assault investigations. 3 separate cases in just 3 days on the IU Bloomington campus. Sadly, this may not be surprising to the people who are tasked with investigating. This time of year is known as the red zone. This is the window from the start of the academic year to Thanksgiving break. That's when police say the number of sexual assault reports are typically highest. Investigators say 2 of these most recent cases happened in residence halls. The third reportedly happened inside the Chi Phi fraternity. Now, we talked to a senior today who says she always makes sure to take precautions when she is out with her friends.
I feel like I can't go out and not worry because I don't know what someone's going to put in my cup, or if I lose one of my friends. Like, you just never know.
So far this academic year, police have investigated 19 separate sexual assault reports at IU Bloomington. And right now, Chi Phi is among the 5 IU fraternities that are suspended right now. They are facing allegations of hazing or endangering others. For the first time tonight, we are seeing the aftermath of that fire at the Four Winds boat docks in Monroe County. This morning's fire involved several boats. It destroyed 3 of them. Firefighters say a mechanical malfunction is to blame. No one was hurt.